Which came first, the chicken or the egg? No matter the answer, one thing is clear. Every single day, billions of eggs and tons of meat are produced, processed, and served around the world. But have you ever wondered how modern farmers manage to produce them? Today, free-range poultry farming is becoming a global trend, as chickens are no longer confined to cramped cages, but roam freely in natural environments, answering the growing call for more humane, ethical, and sustainable food. From these modern farms, eggs and chicken meat are transported to high-tech processing facilities, where they're transformed into the eggs on your breakfast table, or that perfectly golden omelette you just can't resist. Join Agriculture Insight as we uncover the hidden systems, technologies, and philosophies that power the global rise of free-range farming, from open pastures to your plate. Chickens today are no longer trapped in cramped cages like these. They've been given a new kind of freedom. But there's still one uncomfortable truth. Male chicks, which can't lay eggs and aren't suitable for meat, are often culled within just 1 or 2 days of life. Thankfully, many countries now promote in ovo sexing, a method to identify a chick's gender before hatching, helping reduce waste and improve animal welfare. When we give chickens the chance to be well-fed, well-rested, and free to roam, they quietly give back to those caring hands, not just with produce, but with quality that reflects true well-being, from eggs to meat. That's exactly why the free-range method is growing more popular than ever. And today, I'd like to take you inside that world. And yet, millions of people still wonder, are white eggs or brown eggs more nutritious? Eggshell color doesn't affect nutrition. It's just genetics. White hens lay white eggs, brown hens lay brown ones. Just like humans, each of us comes in different colors and appearances. But what truly matters is the character and values within. It's one of nature's quiet miracles, gently reminding us that diversity is not something to judge. It's what makes life truly beautiful. But like every remarkable story, the journey of these happy free-range chickens also begins at the very first chapter: hatching. First, once the female breeder chicks are carefully selected, they are raised in specialized facilities designed to provide optimal conditions for healthy growth. In free-range farms, hens are no longer confined to cages all day. Instead, they're given access to outdoor spaces during daylight hours, where green grass, soft soil, and natural sunlight encourage movement, reduce stress, and lead to eggs with higher nutritional value. This farming model is gaining popularity in countries like Australia, the United States, the Netherlands, and South Korea, where food safety, production efficiency, and animal welfare are held to the highest standards. Next, farmers carefully select only the highest quality eggs, laid by healthy and well-bred parent stock. These eggs are then transported to modern hatcheries, where every factor, from temperature and humidity to hygiene, is strictly controlled in a fully enclosed environment. Here, the eggs are placed into automated incubators, which maintain an ideal temperature of around 37 degrees Celsius and a humidity level between 55% and 60%. The incubation trays rotate gently at regular intervals to ensure even embryo development. After about 21 days, the chicks begin to peck through their shells and hatch, marking the start of a new life cycle in this highly controlled production chain. Before the chicks are brought in, the poultry houses are thoroughly disinfected and equipped with fully automated feeding and drinking systems. They are also fitted with ventilation, cooling, and waste management systems, all working together to maintain a clean, stable, and safe environment for the birds. Each large-scale farm can raise up to 100,000 chickens in a single cycle. An incredibly impressive number. Are your chickens living in comfort? Because after around 18 weeks of age, these grown hens officially begin their careers as egg-laying machines. And guess what? They never ask for weekends, holidays, or even a raise. As they enter the laying phase, each hen quietly leaves behind her daily gift in specially designed nesting areas. Thanks to an automatic egg collection system, as soon as the egg drops onto the soft tray below, it is gently transferred onto a conveyor belt. This belt runs the entire length of the housing rows, carrying the eggs straight to the central collection area. No human hands needed. On average, a hen lays at a super speed rate of about 1 egg every 26 hours. That's why, at large-scale industrial farms, automated systems can effortlessly collect between 200,000 to 500,000 eggs per day. Still having trouble picturing that? Well, imagine trying to eat them all. It would take you over 1,300 years to finish, assuming you lived as long as a mythical turtle. From there, the eggs are temporarily stored under ideal temperature and humidity conditions before making their way into the processing facilities. After being collected from the farm, the eggs are transported to the processing facility in specially designed trays to minimize impact and preserve freshness. The first step is input inspection. At this stage, the eggs pass through a candling system using LED lights or image sensing technology to detect defects such as cracks, foreign materials, thin shells, or fertilized embryos. Any eggs that do not meet quality standards are automatically removed from the processing line. Next, you would be breaking the law in the United States if the eggs didn't go through the washing section. A warm water spray, combined with a mild sanitizing solution, helps remove dirt, feathers, and any bacteria that may be clinging to the eggshells. However, in Europe, eggs are not washed. This is because the natural protective layer on the eggshell, called the cuticle, is preserved to prevent bacteria, such as salmonella, from entering the egg. Washing is believed to remove this barrier. So instead, European regulations focus on keeping the entire production process clean, rather than cleaning the eggs afterward. Whether the eggs are washed or not, they are then sorted by weight and size. An automated weighing system determines the weight of each egg and assigns it to a standard category, S, M, L, or XL. This process ensures consistency across every carton of eggs sold on the market. Next comes the packaging stage. The eggs are placed into molded paper or plastic trays that help keep them secure and prevent breakage during transport. These trays are then automatically loaded by robotic arms into larger cartons or plastic boxes, which are printed with the packing date, expiration date, QR codes for traceability, and brand logos. Finally, all products are moved to a central cold storage facility where they are kept at an ideal temperature of 10 to 15 degrees Celsius before being turned into the millions of golden rolled omelettes we're about to discover next. The process begins by feeding the eggs into an automatic shell-breaking machine, capable of handling 5,000 to 10,000 eggs per hour. Mechanical arms gently crack the shells and separate the egg whites, yolks, or keep them whole, depending on the product requirements. The separated eggs then automatically drop into stainless steel collection funnels, where a filtration system removes any shell fragments or impurities. Next, the liquid eggs are transferred to a mixing machine, where they are evenly blended with pre-measured seasonings to create a smooth, rich, and consistent mixture. The egg mixture is then pumped onto an automated frying conveyor with a wide heated surface, maintained at a stable temperature of around 160 to 180 degrees Celsius. Here, a thin layer of nonstick oil is sprayed onto the surface, followed by a smooth, even spread of the egg mixture. As the egg layer begins to set, the automatic flipping and rolling mechanism gently folds it into soft, uniform rolls. Once the rolled omelettes reach perfect doneness, the conveyor transfers them to a rapid cooling zone equipped with industrial fans. This quick cooling process helps retain the natural softness and glossy texture of the egg. Next, the product moves to the vacuum packing machine, which seals the omelettes airtight, allowing them to stay fresh longer without the need for preservatives. Finally, each package is printed with the production date, expiration date, and a QR code for full traceability before being packed into boxes and delivered to cold storage, ready for distribution. Every crispy, golden bite of fried chicken you enjoy starts at modern poultry farms, where advanced technology works hand in hand with skilled farmers to ensure the highest quality ingredients. Gone are the days of chaotic chicken chasing on farms, thanks to automated poultry catching systems, which can process 8,000 to 10,000 chickens per hour, optimizing efficiency without relying on manual labor. When the time is right, specialized machines gently enter the barns, using flexible arms and rotating brushes to guide the chickens onto a dedicated conveyor belt. This ensures a quick and stress-free process. Each chicken is carefully placed into transport crates designed to protect their health and well-being. The automated conveyor system adjusts in real time, providing enough space to minimize stress before the chickens are transported to the processing plant. Pretty impressive, right? As the fully loaded trucks roll into the processing plant, the doors to a highly controlled and efficient production system open. To reduce stress and enhance meat quality, chickens are given a resting period of 1 to 2 hours before further processing begins. After resting, chickens are placed onto an automated rail system that securely holds them in place. Here, they undergo a controlled stunning process using either low-voltage electrical currents or gas anesthesia. This ensures a calm and humane transition to the next step. Next, chickens move through an automated processing area, completing the step in just a few seconds to maintain meat quality. They are then immersed in a hot water bath at 50 to 60 degrees Celsius for 45 to 60 seconds, which loosens the feathers for easy removal. Immediately after scalding, chickens pass through an automated feather removal system, equipped with rotating rubber fingers, which pluck the feathers evenly and efficiently, without damaging the skin. Once feather-free, the chickens move along the automated processing line to the leg cutting section. Here, precision cutting blades can process 10,000 chicken legs per hour, ensuring uniform sizing. The removed legs are transported via conveyor belts to a separate processing area. Next, chickens enter the evisceration stage, where a vacuum-powered system removes internal organs swiftly and hygienically. This method maintains food safety while preserving the integrity of the chicken carcass. The extracted organs are then transferred to a specialized processing system for further handling. After the chickens have been eviscerated, they are passed through an optical scanner to detect any defects or abnormalities on the carcass. Any chickens that don't meet the quality standards are automatically removed from the production line to ensure the final product meets high-quality standards. Next, the uropygial gland, tail gland, is precisely removed using an automated cutting system. Chickens then pass through a quality inspection chamber, where advanced sensors and trained inspectors verify that each bird meets strict food safety standards. Next, chickens enter the wing cutting section, where an automated blade system processes up to 20,000 chicken wings per hour with perfect precision. The wings are then sorted by size and purpose. Some are sold whole, while others are sent for further processing into ready-to-eat products. Once the wings are removed, the chicken body moves forward on the specialized cutting system, where each part is separated with extreme precision. First, the chickens pass through a high-speed stainless steel blade system, capable of processing 12,000 chickens per hour. This evenly splits each chicken in half without compromising meat texture. The breast meat is carefully separated using an automated filleting system, ensuring that each piece remains intact, tender and juicy, ready for cooking or packaging. Meanwhile, chicken thighs are sent to a separate section, where automated cutting blades process up to 15,000 thighs per hour, ensuring consistent sizing and clean cuts. Moving forward, the chicken pieces enter the processing line, getting ready to become the world-famous crispy, flavorful KFC fried chicken. On an automated conveyor belt, each piece moves through the first dry battering station. Precision-engineered robotic arms evenly sprinkle a fine layer of dry flour over the chicken, ensuring it adheres firmly to the surface. The system is programmed to achieve uniform coverage, creating the perfect crispy coating that fans love. Next, the chicken pieces proceed to an automatic wet battering station, where they are evenly coated in a liquid batter. This step enhances moisture retention and helps the next layer of dry coating stick more effectively. Finally, the chicken receives a second and final layer of dry flour. Thanks to the previous wet batter, this last coating adheres perfectly, setting the stage for that signature golden, crispy texture after frying. Once fully coated, the chicken pieces are placed into an industrial fryer, cooking at 177 degrees Celsius for 12 to 15 minutes. This ensures a crispy, golden brown exterior while keeping the inside tender and juicy. KFC takes it a step further with another irresistible option: chicken nuggets. These delicious bites are made from finely ground chicken, blended with KFC's signature seasonings to create a rich, flavorful taste. Next, the nuggets move through an automated dry battering station. Then, they pass through the wet battering system, where a special coating is applied to enhance adhesion and maintain their shape during frying, resulting in a perfectly crispy, golden crust. Depending on the product type, some nuggets are further coated in panko breadcrumbs, adding extra crispiness and a satisfying crunch. After that, they are fried at approximately 170 to 180 degrees Celsius for 2 to 3 minutes, ensuring a crispy outer layer while keeping the inside juicy and flavorful. Finally, the freshly fried nuggets are sealed in protective packaging, then neatly packed into specialized cartons, ready to be shipped to KFC locations around the world. Let's go back to the happy farms where baby chicks are brought into the world and raised with expert care and cutting-edge technology. In large-scale farms supplying the food industry, artificial insemination is the preferred method for ensuring breed quality, improving fertilization rates, and minimizing the risks of natural mating. The process begins with collecting semen from roosters. Farmers use specialized tools to gently stimulate the reproductive glands and extract semen into a small funnel. The semen is then tested for quality before being carefully injected into hens using a special syringe, ensuring the highest fertilization success rate. Around 10 days after fertilization, the hens begin laying smooth, round eggs. In modern poultry farms, automated egg collection systems optimize production, reduce labor costs, and maintain egg quality. As soon as a hen lays an egg, it gently rolls onto a specialized conveyor belt, which transports it to the sorting and inspection system. Thanks to advanced technology, a single farm can collect up to 300,000 eggs per day, minimizing waste and upholding the highest sanitation standards. But the journey of these eggs doesn't stop here. Each egg is placed in a high-tech incubator, designed to create the perfect conditions for strong, healthy chicks to hatch. Inside these incubators, the eggs are kept at an optimal temperature of 37.5 to 38 degrees Celsius, with humidity levels between 50 to 60%. The system automatically rotates the eggs every 2 to 4 hours to ensure even development of the embryos. After 21 days, tiny baby chicks break free from their shells, unknowingly carrying the same dream as the legendary Colonel Sanders, to one day become delicious, golden brown fried chicken, beloved by KFC fans worldwide.
Australia has held the crown in the sheep export game for over 5 decades, shipping an impressive 3 million sheep per year, making up 85% of the global market. This powerhouse generates around $65 million per year, making it not only a key pillar of the country's economy, but also a symbol of pride in Australian agriculture. Sheep are among the most widely raised livestock animals in the world, second only to cattle, with a total population of around 1.2 billion sheep globally. To put that into perspective, if you gathered all those sheep together and lined them up side by side, they could cover the entire United States. It would look like a massive fluffy white cloud that constantly goes bah. Sheep thrive in mild, dry climates and vast green pastures. From the moment they greet the morning sun, it takes about 4 to 6 months for them to grow strong and reach the ideal weight for their grand adventure. A journey across oceans to new horizons, ready for their next big mission. Before being exported, sheep are moved to a specialized inspection facility where they undergo a series of checks. An automated weighing system, capable of handling more than 9 sheep per minute, measures their weight. On average, an Australian sheep weighs about 110 pounds, enough to provide around 60 servings of lamb for a family meal. But weight isn't the only thing that gets checked. Each sheep goes through a full health inspection, including a close look at their eyes, nose, mouth, legs, and wool to spot any signs of illness or injury. If needed, the sheep are vaccinated to strengthen their immune system before their long journey. To make the trip more comfortable, the sheep's wool is trimmed down. This helps reduce body heat and overall weight, making the trip less stressful for them. Finally, the sheep are provided with plenty of food and water before departure. Any sheep that don't meet health or weight standards are separated and given additional care until they're fit for export. After passing inspection, the sheep are loaded onto multi-level livestock trucks, one of the most important advancements in livestock transportation. These trucks are designed to maximize space and ensure the sheep's safety throughout the trip. Each truck has 2 to 4 levels, with each level capable of holding up to 150 sheep. That means a single truck can transport up to 400 sheep at once, over 20 tons of live weight. The truck's engine is powerful enough to haul heavy loads over long distances without any trouble. The trucks are designed with sheep comfort and safety in mind. Metal mesh dividers create smaller compartments to prevent the sheep from moving around too much, which helps reduce stress and the risk of injury. The floors are non-slip to prevent falls, and there's a ventilation system to keep the air fresh. Some trucks even have automatic water dispensers to ensure the sheep stay hydrated throughout the trip. Before departure, the floor is lined with materials like sawdust, straw, or sand to absorb waste and keep the area clean and dry. On longer trips, this bedding is regularly replaced to maintain hygiene and keep the sheep comfortable. Once everything is set, the massive transport trucks roll out toward the port, the starting point for the sheep's ocean adventure. At the port, the sheep are guided onto the ship through a specially designed loading ramp system. This system makes it easy for the sheep to walk onto the ship without stress or injury. These livestock ships are huge, with 5 to 7 decks and the capacity to carry up to 70,000 sheep per trip. That's enough sheep to fill an entire football stadium and still have room for more. Keeping thousands of sheep comfortable during a long ocean journey requires serious planning. The ship consumes about 21,000 gallons of water per day, the same amount of water that 120 American households use daily. An automatic misting system is activated to maintain the temperature between 20 degrees Celsius and 23 degrees Celsius, the ideal range to prevent heat stress. A team of veterinarians is always on board, monitoring the sheep's health. If any sheep show signs of stress, dehydration, or illness, they are moved to a designated care area where they can recover before rejoining the herd. Feeding is another big task. The sheep consume over 12 tons of feed per day, enough to fill a heavy-duty truck. Their diet is carefully formulated to keep them healthy and maintain their weight until they reach their destination. When the ship arrives at its destination, the sheep are unloaded through a controlled ramp system. This ensures that they can walk off the ship calmly and without injury. After their long journey from the farm to the ocean and across international waters, these Australian sheep finally reach their new homes, contributing to the global economy and food industry. Have you ever wondered how those strong, healthy sheep on long sea voyages were cared for before they got there? Before becoming those hardy animals, each sheep goes through a meticulous process of nurturing, from the moment they're born to when they reach full maturity. On modern sheep farms, this process not only requires advanced techniques, but is also supported by cutting-edge technology to ensure the flock's optimal health. Sheep have a gestation period of about 5 months, and 2 to 4 weeks before giving birth, they are moved to a designated lambing area that is kept clean and dry. Colostrum, the first milk produced by the ewe, is crucial at this stage because it provides antibodies that strengthen the lamb's immune system. Lambs need to nurse within 1 to 2 hours of birth. If the ewe doesn't have enough milk or the lamb is too weak to nurse, the colostrum is carefully collected and bottle-fed. By the time lambs reach 2 to 3 weeks old, their digestive systems have developed enough to start eating solid food. They are gradually introduced to a special starter feed made up of chopped hay, cornmeal, oats, and trace minerals. In modern sheep farming, every sheep is fitted with an RFID, radio frequency identification, ear tag. Thanks to this system, farmers can track their flocks remotely using RFID readers, reducing errors and improving farm management. The main diet of sheep includes hay, straw, silage, and grains. Modern farms use automated feeding systems with conveyor belts and robotic dispensers to provide balanced portions for each sheep. This ensures that every sheep receives the right amount of feed without the need for manual labor. After 4 to 6 months, lambs grow into healthy young sheep. At this stage, they have reached the right body condition and weight, thanks to meticulous care and a carefully balanced diet. This is when farmers begin to see the rewards of their hard work, whether through wool production, milk from ewes, or high-quality meat. Here's an interesting fact. Happy sheep produce better, higher quality milk. That's why these ladies are treated with the utmost care, from a nutrient-rich diet to a comfortable living environment. Unlike cows, sheep don't produce milk year-round. They only produce milk for about 150 to 240 days after giving birth. This makes milking a carefully planned process to ensure high productivity while keeping the ewes healthy. Modern farms use automatic milking machines to ensure efficiency and hygiene. Before milking, the ewe's udder and teats are cleaned with warm water or a mild disinfectant solution to remove dirt and bacteria. Next, the milking machine is attached to the ewe's udder. The machine works by creating a gentle, rhythmic vacuum that mimics the natural suckling action of a lamb. This stimulates the ewe's milk flow naturally while minimizing discomfort during the milking process. Sheep's milk has a higher fat and protein content than cow's milk, making it ideal for producing specialty cheeses like Roquefort, one of the most famous blue cheeses in the world. The cheese-making process starts with pasteurizing the sheep's milk at a temperature between 30 degrees Celsius and 34 degrees Celsius. After pasteurization, rennet is added to the milk to trigger the coagulation process. Rennet is a natural enzyme extracted from the stomach lining of young sheep or produced from plant-based sources. It causes the milk protein's casein to coagulate and form soft curds. Once the milk has coagulated, the curd is cut into small pieces using automated stainless steel blades. The curds are then transferred into metal or plastic molds to give the cheese its final shape. After shaping, the cheese is inoculated with Penicillium roqueforti, the mold that gives Roquefort cheese its distinctive flavor and blue veins. Finished Roquefort cheese has an ivory white color, marbled with deep blue-green veins. Its texture is creamy yet firm, and it melts easily on the tongue. The flavor is rich and complex, combining salty, buttery notes with the sharp tang of Penicillium roqueforti.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Agriculture Insight. You're probably familiar with milk and dairy products, right? When you think of milk, the first thing that often comes to mind is cow's milk, the most common type of milk worldwide. But today, we're diving into a type of milk that's valued 10 times more than cow's milk. That's right, we're talking about camel milk, a premium product that many of you might not have tried yet. Join me as we head over to the vast land of Australia, where camel farms stretch across the arid desert. We'll explore how farmers manage to harvest millions of liters of camel milk, along with the modern milk processing technology in factories and the making of luxurious cheese blocks. Let's get started. Camels are iconic animals of the desert. Often referred to as the white gold of the desert, camel milk is highly prized, valued at 10 times the price of cow's milk. This is because camels only produce milk after about 13 months of pregnancy, and they yield just about 5 liters a day, compared to 30 liters from a cow. The harsh desert farming conditions also mean that milk preservation needs to be handled with extreme care. Camels originated in North America around 40 to 45 million years ago. However, they later migrated to Asia and Africa, where they adapted well to the arid desert regions. Initially raised primarily for desert transport, the recognition of their economic value has led to the emergence of large camel farms. These farms contribute to the production of high-end camel products. The process of camel farming begins when farmers import their first camels. In a typical herd, there is one male for every 9 females, as only the female camels can produce milk. Male camels have the role of breeding. However, mating camels can be quite challenging. Female camels usually only ovulate when stimulated by a male during mating, and this process often requires human intervention to enhance reproductive efficiency. The gestation period for camels is quite long compared to other livestock, lasting about 13 months. Most camel mothers give birth to only one calf at a time. The birthing process for camels can be incredibly challenging, and without timely intervention, the calf could suffocate inside the mother's womb. Newborn camels are relatively sturdy. They can stand and move around within the first few hours after birth. A newborn camel typically weighs between 30 to 40 kilograms. Camel calves need to nurse from their mothers for the first 6 to 12 months to develop properly. Additionally, farmers can supplement with milk to help the calves grow stronger. Camel calves live and learn survival skills from the herd, especially through their relationship with their mother. They follow their mother in all activities, from foraging to drinking water, and learn how to handle the harsh elements of their environment. Farmers sometimes teach the calves basic skills, such as how to follow the herd, move through the desert, or adapt to being in enclosures. After a year, camel calves are weaned off their mother's milk. The primary diet of an adult camel consists of dry grass, leaves, or fermented feed. Camel keepers usually feed them once or twice a day. Since camels are good at storing energy, they do not need to eat very frequently. Food is typically placed in troughs or spacious open areas to make it easily accessible for the camels. Feedings are often scheduled for early morning or late afternoon to avoid the heat of the day, as camels can eat more comfortably and expend less energy due to lower temperatures at these times. Camels are renowned for their ability to withstand thirst and their unique drinking habits. They can go without water for 5 to 7 days. An adult camel can drink up to 200 liters of water in just about 10 minutes. Camels typically begin producing milk around the age of 3 to 4 years after giving birth to their first calf. Like many other mammals, camels only produce milk after childbirth. A mother camel can continue to produce milk for about a year after giving birth. The process of milking camels is quite similar to that of milking cows and can be done either manually or by machine. Camels are usually milked twice a day, with an average yield of about 5 to 6 liters of milk per day. For hand milking, the farmer gently squeezes each part of the udder in a rhythmic manner, allowing the milk to flow evenly. The milk is collected in a clean bucket or container. Hand milking can be time-consuming and requires experienced handlers. This traditional method is often used when the number of camels is small. Machine milking is becoming more common on larger farms. Before milking, the camel is secured in a milking area, and the udder is thoroughly cleaned. The suction tubes of the milking machine are attached to the camel's udder. The machine then starts applying gentle pressure to extract the milk from the udder without causing discomfort to the camel. Camels are often fed while milking to keep them calm and not agitated. The milking machine operates in a cycle that mimics the natural suckling motion of a calf, ensuring a steady flow of milk. The milk is then passed through a filtration system, transferred to large storage containers, and immediately refrigerated to preserve its quality. After milking, the camels will move in lines back to the farm. After milking, it's important for farmers to thoroughly clean the machine to ensure hygiene for future use. Camel milking system has very high investment cost. That's why only large farms invest. Money is why small farms still use manual milking method. After milking, camel milk may contain impurities from the environment or the camel's udder. To remove these contaminants, the milk is filtered through specialized layers. It undergoes preliminary checks to ensure there are no abnormalities in color, smell, or taste. Pasteurization is a crucial step to eliminate harmful bacteria and extend the milk's shelf life. The milk is heated to approximately 160 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 to 20 seconds and then quickly cooled to below 40 degrees Fahrenheit. After pasteurization, it is essential to store it in a cold environment to prevent bacterial growth. In factories, the milk is typically stored in large chilled tanks or bottled for transport. Finally, camel milk is packaged in sterilized bottles or cartons, which are then labeled with the source and production date. Packaged milk can be stored in a refrigerator or freezer depending on the desired shelf life. Pasteurized camel milk can be kept for 2 to 3 weeks under refrigeration. It has a slightly sweet, creamy taste without being too rich, and features a distinctive slight salty note, making it refreshing and easy to drink. Camel milk is particularly nutritious, containing easily digestible proteins, 3 times the vitamin C of cow's milk, along with calcium and iron, which strengthen bones and support the immune system. It also contains a natural form of insulin, beneficial for people with diabetes. In addition to producing milk, camels are also used for their meat. Male camels are usually selected for this purpose. They are transported from the farm to the slaughterhouse, where their necks are secured with a clamping device to ensure the process is as humane as possible. The workers then slaughter the camel, skin it, remove the organs, and divide the meat into different cuts. Prices for camel meat in the US from about $20 to $30 per pound. In Dubai, it's typically only the wealthy elite who can enjoy camel meat at grand banquets. The camel is often served whole, and guests partake directly at the dining table. In addition to direct consumption, camel milk can also be used to produce high-end cheese, priced between $150 to $200 per pound. To make camel milk cheese, the process begins with filtering the milk to remove any impurities, and then heating it to about 90 degrees Fahrenheit. At this point, probiotics and rennet are added to coagulate the milk into a pudding-like consistency. Once the milk sets into a solid mass, it is cut into small pieces, typically small cubes, to separate the liquid whey from the solid curds. The solid part of the milk is then extracted and placed in molds to press out any remaining whey. Pressing the cheese helps to solidify the product. Cheese made from camel milk typically has a mild, slightly salty flavor and a smoother, softer texture compared to cheese made from cow's milk. Besides camel milk, cow milk is one of the most common types of milk in everyday life. Let's take a look at how cow milk is harvested. On large dairy farms, they use modern milking systems. Cows are led onto a rotating platform, and each cow stands in its own compartment. As a cow steps onto the platform, the system automatically identifies each cow using electronic devices. Before milking begins, the cow's udders are cleaned and disinfected. Once the udders are clean, automatic milking cups are attached. The milk is transported through pipes and flows directly into a storage tank. After milking is completed, the cups are automatically removed. Once the milking is done, the cows are automatically led off the platform to exit. Each cow can yield up to 10 liters of milk per milking session. Because cows give so much milk and are so much more common than camels, many modern farms employ high technology to milk cows. After the milk is collected, it can be transported to a factory to make cheese. Basically, making cheese from cows is quite similar to making cheese from camels, but it's a lot more fun. Today we'll explore the process of making world-renowned Parmesan cheese. The cow's milk is transported to the factory twice a day. There it's poured into large vats that are heated to about 70 degrees Fahrenheit to pasteurize and activate enzymes. Natural rennet is then added to coagulate the milk. During heating, an automatic stirring device helps the milk dissolve evenly and prevents clumping. After heating, the mixture cools and solidifies into a gel-like substance, similar to pudding. Cheesemakers use a special cutting tool to break it into small grains. Next, the cheesemaker transfers the cheese into a draining bag to remove water, increasing the surface area for whey removal, which helps achieve uniform moisture in the cheese. The cheese is then placed in molds and hung to drain and form. Afterward, it's soaked in a salt solution for up to 20 days to remove all moisture. Following the salting, the cheese is sorted by production date and moved to an aging area to mature for at least 12 months. Once aging is complete, the cheese is tested by tapping with a hammer. Finally, it is cut into smaller pieces and automatically packaged according to various needs. This process not only requires meticulous technical precision, but also the patience and passion of the cheesemakers to ensure each piece of Parmesan delivers rich flavor and the highest quality. So through the video, you have clearly understood the process of harvesting camel milk and how to make world-famous cheese. Raising camels for milk and cheese production is a unique and economically valuable process. Thank you for taking the time to watch the entire video. By now, you should have a good understanding of how camel milk is harvested and transformed into cheese. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to leave a comment. Please like, comment, and subscribe to support the channel, and stay tuned for more informative videos. Goodbye, and I'll see you in the next video.